Yeti. There we go. All right. So let's wait for some peeps to get in here. Oh, we already have one like. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Billy Goat, I see you're in here. You already have a question, which I can get around to on our Q&A section. All right, so we have 6 people in here. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you were almost late, boy. Yeah, I already had announced on Discord that this is going to be around. This is the latest time I said it was going to be, but yes, that is simply because I had a lot of stuff to do this morning. Anyways, okay. There's a little bit of stuff I want to just talk about at the beginning. Then I want to just quickly address Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom real quick. Then we're actually going to move into our Mesozoic Isle stream. That's just the stuff I'm going to deal with before like the actual stream starts, which should be after our next hour point here. And our typical stream, groove is that we start off with our progress report. Then we have a little bit of a chat about all the latest teasers and stuff like that. And then we have like a figure type thing going on. If we have like a live unboxing or something like that, we don't have any of that today. So that's not happening, but we do. I am not going to spoil JWFK. JWFK, yeah, that's up. I said it right. No spoilers. I'm not spoiling anything. I just want to address something. That's all I'm do not worry. I'm not spoiling anything. And then we're going to move into our Q&A section. So please hold your questions until then, but it should be shortly. No spoilers. No spoilers. Okay. So first off, I know my videos have been a little lacking, but I've been working hard on Mesozoic Isle and other stuff, and I have content on the way. I'm kind of like getting into the groove, figuring out how I want to do this from now on, because I do want to, situate my channel for a certain groove that I want to get into that I can move into the future. Oh, you want to see Draco? Okay, I will show you Draco. Actually, it's really easy to grab him. I don't know why I'm fiddling with this. I just fiddle with my JWFK toys. I also have a really big mess of live streams. I usually put them unlisted and in a playlist. I have to get back to that and clear everything up. I'm going to clean that up. Don't worry. That's all going to get cleaned up. My channel's a real mess because I haven't been playing around with it too much. But I actually have a big video that I'm working on that should be coming out soon, which I hope you guys are pretty excited for. And then I have a series that I want to start. Dynaman knows what that is. I've been wanting to start that for a while. And then I want to get paleo reviews going again. So those are all right around the corner. I'm trying to get those back in to yeah, you do. I mentioned to you recently. Yeah, you do. So we're going to get back in. Yeah, I have a couple new series on the way. Well, this one's more of like a mini series, like not an actual like it's like paleo reviews. I just do them whenever I have the time for them. Then there's things that I kind of like schedule. Well, I mean, I guess I have a comedy series coming out, which I kind of do whenever I have time for, but that's like more of a dedicated series I have planned for content for you guys, other than just kind of like reviews and stuff like that. Reviews, unboxing, that kind of territory. That's what this other series is that I told Dynaman about. You think it's going to be much shorter than Mesozoic Isle? What are you talking about? I am making a series called Dinosaur Talk Show. Cool. I don't know what Raptors Are Awesome I'm talking about. Yeah, it's going to be shorter. I mean, yeah. Okay, anyways. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. The last 2 months, I have been constantly asked about Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I just want to address right now, I am not going to be talking about it for like a while. And I may end up ignoring some questions about it. I just do not want to talk about it right now. I have seen the movie. I saw it on opening night here in America, and I'm going to see it a second time. But I have not developed my thoughts completely since I've seen it. My opinion ends up changing after the second viewing and stuff like that with a lot of these big movies. So I just kind of want to hold off before I say anything publicly. So I'm just going to wait for that. So just wait until I see that. And I actually, if you guys are curious to see my thoughts and stuff, Spino Dude and I are going to be hosting a live stream where we're both on it, or at least there's plans to, and we're going to actually share our thoughts and spoilers. We're going to talk spoilers and stuff, but that live stream will be up on either his channel or my channel. Just keep an eye out on one of those channels. It'll be up relatively soon after he and I both have seen it for the second time. We've both seen it for the first time, but we want to see it a second time, and we want to kind of develop our thoughts first. But no Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom talk, and do not spoil the film in my comment section on any of my videos or in the live stream chats. Please do not. Just be respectful to other people. Do not spoil it for people that haven't seen it. And if you do, I will remove your comments from the channel. So you have been warned. Okay. So do not reveal spoilers on the channel, please. Okay. What were you saying here? Can you say this sentence in your Kiki Dirt voice? Let's sit back and let's sit back, relax, and watch some Yacht Island. That voice, is that what you're looking for? Yes, to my opinion changes. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Exactly. All right, so let me get Draco real quick for you guys. Chair. Caught the wire. There we go. Here's Draco. It is the Safari Ltd. Guan Long. What year? 2010. This has been repainted by Spino Dude Reviews. He's an amazing repainter. Has done a lot of great work for Mesozoic Isle. He's a big contributor. And so, yeah, that's Draco. He has repainted a ton of figures, but this is one of the biggest characters that he has repainted. And, well, besides Blueberry's up there too. She's the small Triceratops. But, yeah, he's actually an original character that Spino Dude had made up, and I love the idea of this character so much, and I love the name that he came up with him so much. I actually incorporated him into the series, so he's got a bigger role than... actually, he had no role, and then he was added in. He's one of the most last-minute things that were added into the show. So that's pretty cool. All right, so progress report. Let's see if I just missed anything. That is a false Draco. I saw that on Instagram. Yes, Spino Dude Reviews did post it on Instagram, or Spino Dude Designs. That's what he is on Instagram. Go follow him. So what's the announcement? I see that, Thundercat. So the announcement is actually going to be right here. So progress report, a lot of progress has been made. We're right around the corner. We've done tons of B-roll. We've gotten a lot of pictures that we've taken and stuff. You guys have seen those on Discord and on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. All those links are in the description of this live stream right now. Troy is doing the shrooms, so keep an eye out for those shrooms. But yeah, all that's in the description. You can see all that stuff, and we've been doing tons of B-roll stuff. We've been doing tons of location finding. We finally found all the locations that we need for the rest of the show, which is awesome. And I'm proud to announce that next week, we have scheduled for next week, sometime next week. We don't really know which day because we're kind of looking for the weather. We're kind of checking. Next week, we are officially starting filming for the show that isn't B-roll, that's actually the show. We're filming it, and all the plot, and all the stuff, the main content of the show is starting to be filmed next week. And it will be continued to film through July, and then we have a little bit of time we've dedicated in August to reshoots if we need any of them. And you guys are going to be expecting the first trailer sometime towards the end of August or the beginning of September, but I'm leaning towards the beginning of August or the end of August. So there's your kind of like timeline. You can kind of look forward to the show there. But yeah, a lot more stuff will be kind of like rolling in from here, like maybe screenshots or like little shots from us on set and stuff. So lots of fun stuff. I will show you Blueberry soon. I'll get, actually she's over there, but I'll get her. Anyways, yeah, that's the big announcement. So really awesome stuff there. Jurassic World. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I really want to say. Oh yeah, the teasers for Saturday. I said this on Discord. They were going to be delayed. This stream is delayed from yesterday because I was celebrating my brother's birthday yesterday, so it was very busy. So that's why everything's been moved over today. But the teasers for today are going to be later because I decided to add just a little bit more to the teasers. So I felt like there was a little bit more I could hint at. And I know Dino Man has loved digging into these. He has done an amazing job. He has 2 videos out already for all the file teasers that have been gone out. Definitely check out his videos. It's very informative. If you guys don't want to read through it yourself, he does a great job, but I do encourage you reading it on your own because he has missed a lot. It's a lot of stuff that's hidden in there. I'm not saying that he's done a bad job. He's doing an amazing job, but I've purposely hidden a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can get from reading it yourself that he just kind of skims over. and there's some stuff that he has missed. But he has like the official Mesozoic Isle theorizer, because he's been doing tons of theories and stuff, doing an amazing job. So definitely go check out his videos. You may see another one of him from this next teaser, but that's also kind of a motivation of mine to kind of postpone this and add a little bit more to maybe give him some more substance to dig through. But yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a delay, but tonight you guys will see those teasers. Oh yeah, the announcement is that we are done with just filming for B-roll and location finding. You already know this, but next week we are officially starting filming, like the main content of the show. We're officially starting filming, and then the trailer you can expect late August, the first trailer. So that's what we were saying, but you already know that. Anyways, let's get into the next section, which was well, actually, it was a little bit about that, but I'll show you guys Blueberry real quick, as requested. Here's Blueberry. I don't know if that's not focusing. There's Blueberry. She is a very important character, and a character that we follow a lot in the show. And that is repainted by the one and only Spino Dude Reviews, aka Spino Dude Designs, who, like I've said before, is a heavy contributor to a lot of Mesozoic Isle content. So there you go. Trailer, late August. There you go. Late birthday present. There you go. Don't have a day for you yet, but expect it sometime late August, early September, at the very latest. There's a reason, not delays, but there's a reason why I'm considering late September. So I'm just going to hint at that. There's a reason. Is Blueberry one of those dwarf trikes you were talking about in a teaser? No. That's a good observation and a good question. But no, she's not. She is a young baby Triceratops. She is not a Triceratops minimus. She's just a Triceratops forterius. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. The minimus character you have seen. Actually, you posted a picture of it in your podcast video. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So yeah. Is Spino Dude going to repaint the Papo Triceratops for Blueberry's adult design? That's a good question. However, there is no other planned character to look like Spike. Spike is very unique in the way that he looks, and that lore will be expanded upon. Actually, it's already been kind of hinted at. You can dig into the teasers that have already been... You actually don't have to dig that far, but it's already been revealed why Spike is the way he is. But no, she is not going to end up looking like him. But you don't even know if she survives through season 1, so we will have to see. But that makes no sense. He is massive, Spike. What do you mean? It must be someone else. Hold on, digging. Yeah. So yeah. Is there anything else I wanted to cover? Don't really think so. So let's get into the questions now. Yeah, we'll just kind of go into the question section here, the Q&A. I know Billy Goat had a question, so remind me exactly how you put that so I can answer it properly. And I'm just going to start shooting for questions now. But yeah. What is Spike? Spike is one of the main Triceratops characters you meet in season 1 of Mesozoic Isle. He has been teased a lot in the main poster. He has also been had his own character teaser card that you can find in the teaser section or the Mesozoic Isle section on the Discord. You can also find on the Mesozoic Isle official Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. So that's where you can find that stuff. But he is a very important character. He's the leader of the resident or the native Triceratops, well, not really native, but resident Triceratops herd to Hidden Valley, which is the setting of Mesozoic Isle season. Oh yes, there you go. Dinos are dinos born from eggs, or are they grown up? Is it the trike next to the Spike on the poster? Oh, the minimus, the Schleich one. Yeah, that's it. That's the minimus, Triceratops minimus. The Schleich Triceratops is the Triceratops minimus. Okay, Billy Go. So. Some stupid sketch show guy. You do not have to ask me to do have a question or just mention it. Just ask the question. Go for it, please. So for that, confirmed. They are hatched from eggs. These animals are they're generated. Their DNA is generated, and they're made through computers. That's how they're made. There's a supercomputer system that constructs the DNA of these animals. That's how they are kind of inaccurate to their time. I've gone through this before, but I'll just kind of briefly go over it now. We are restricted, and Mesozoic Isle is restricted to whatever we know of the current science because they simulate these animals and their environments in a supercomputer and then construct DNA from scratch based on modern relatives and base genomes they use nowadays. So then they put this DNA into an egg, they make an embryo, and the egg hatches. Now, the ones that are released onto the island that are lab created are raised to a certain age in a holding facility, and then they're released once they are to size what they want for whatever species it is, and they're released onto the island. That's why when certain species or certain individuals like the Forterius are lab-produced animals like Blueberry and Redtooth, those two characters have both recently been released onto the island at the age that they're currently at. They're about 1 to 2 years old. However, there's nothing that is made from an adult, and like it's just they don't just come out as an adult. They don't just build the whole organism from scratch, if that's what you're meaning. They do hatch from eggs and they grow. Yeah, I hope that answered your question to the extent that I kind of wanted to, but I think I lost some of my thoughts there. All right, let's go back here. What's the name of your Oscar? That's Phoenix. That's his name. Okay. What's the name of your Oscar? What are those? Okay, I'll stop with the dead memes. I named a Caprasuchus Gustavo. Interesting. Me Gustavo. I'm sad, little boy. Redtooth Forterius confirmed. Yes, Redtooth is a Forterius individual. And I'll confirm also that you did hit it on the dot where those pods off in the distance in that file teaser, those are the pods that are releasing the wave of Forterius Tyrannosaurus that Redtooth comes from. Hinting why he's in Hidden Valley. The pods are relatively close. He reaches Hidden Valley there. Dinosaur. Oh, cool. I missed Camo's stream by 2 minutes. What's the main biome on the island? There is no main biome. That's what's unique about Mesozoic Isle compared to a lot of these other Dinosaur Island shows. It has almost every environment you can think of on the island. And this is due to it being very large, it having some good terrain that can isolate certain environments and biome types in certain areas. Mountain ranges really help with that. Also, it is synthetically terraformed and synthetically weather controlled. So that's another reason why it's able to have multiple biomes on the island. I'm in the middle of a live stream. What? Middle of a live stream right now. I Google search Forterius. Yeah, Forterius is a Latin word meaning stronger, which is a species type on Mesozoic Isle. Mesospecies. Okay. Did that Carnotaurus question come out yet? I know someone had a Carnotaurus question. Is that a snowball mic? Yes, it is a snowball mic. Some stupid situation. Okay. Well, there is no main biome on Yakana Island. We just only see the forest area. Fair enough. No, I mean, like, there's more biome types. Like, Dinosaur Island has, like, 2 or 3 different biome types, really. That's kind of it. Maybe 4. But other than that, it's not too diverse, like Mesozoic Isle is. Mesozoic Isle has pretty much everything you can think of, due to it being synthetic. Forterius is stronger lizard. Or Forteriosaurus, yes. How long will you be streaming? Because I might go depending on how long you stream. I usually stream for about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. It's usually where I stream, depending on how many questions flow in. So the questions seem a little bit slow, but they usually are slow at the beginning. So we'll see around 10 to 15 minutes from now, I'll have a better answer for you. So how can they control the weather and what happens when it fails? That's a great question that I cannot fully answer because a lot of the stuff is intentionally kept top secret. Some of the stuff will be revealed at some point, but this is very advanced technology. And I'm not going to exactly reveal how they control the weather, but a lot of it is mechanical and a lot of chemical engineering and stuff like that they use to kind of control the environment. Something I'll hint at is that they have been, they do actually, a reason why you don't see too many environmental disasters like hurricanes and stuff like that on Mesozoic Isle is because they're intentionally avoided. They do not want their assets, these expensive assets that they've been investing into, to get destroyed by an environmental disaster. So a lot of that stuff is dealt with. But next teaser is a couple more file teasers. Yeah. Maybe a couple pictures that I have. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. And oh yeah, what happens if it fails? I just remembered I haven't answered that part. What happens if it fails? Weather isn't controlled. Animals that they try to restrict to certain areas based on temperatures and stuff like that. They engineer these animals to not be very resistant to certain temperatures, which kind of is another way of them encouraging animals to stay in their native regions, which isn't very efficient early on in this island. This island is only about 30 years old. So it's like with dinosaurs on it. So it's pretty difficult. That's why there's a lot of mixing and matching of species and stuff like that. Can't confirm if Blueberry is going to grow up. She could die in season 1, and you may never see her again. She could live through season 1, and you just never see her again. Or she could live, and then she could grow up. It's one thing I'm not afraid to do in my show is that if I don't have a reason to bring the characters back, or if it's better for their story to not bring them back, they may live on and just never show up in the show again. But yeah. So, well, if there's a big storm, so weather system, but there is a big storm, so weather system fails. Oh yeah, you mean the storm that throws everything into action for season 1? You guys are not completely updated with it. I have confirmed that the whole story of Mesozoic Isle season 1 is thrown into action by a storm that hits Hidden Valley. So, and it was a big storm, massive flood, and definitely their weather systems didn't fully deal with it, or they didn't have a way to deal with that particular type of storm. So, yes. But the island has never been hit with a hurricane or a tornado. No such thing has ever happened. Rainstorms have happened, though. That's one thing they have more difficulty with. Well, I will bring character back in my secret plan. There you go. First thing, I had no officer. Cool. Would the storm be a biochemical cause or mechanical? It's not. You mean like to stop it? It's not caused by biochemicals and stuff like that. They have ways of dealing with it that is both. Definitely a mixture of both. Do you hope that a character from Mesozoic Isle gets inducted into the DinoTube Hall of Fame? Yes, absolutely. That'd be awesome. It'd be like the coolest thing ever. Now, if my show comes out, I have a lot of confidence in a couple characters being able to reach that. I have, I feel like I've written a couple characters very well. So I hope, but we'll see how the fans and the viewers react to the characters. Should I do stop motion scene of a dinosaur opening and closing its jaws? You can. Dinosaur Island did it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. But yeah, go for it. If you feel like you can do it, do it. That's one thing I don't have too much confidence in is my stop motion skills. So definitely go for it if you can. Might change my channel name to Delinquent, actually. Are there Cryolophosaurus on the island? Oh, yes. I'm glad you asked. There are Cryolophosaurus on the island. And I can confirm that you will probably see a couple of them in Season 2. I can't confirm if they're going to be prominent characters or not, but you'll see them. You'll probably see them. But they're definitely on the island. I have a whole species roster that I've written down on paper and I have on the computer of the entire population of the island, which is a lot. There's well over like 200, 300 species on the island I haven't counted that I already have confirmed. And that's not just land, but that's aquatic stuff too. I have no confidence in any of my characters will be inducted. Aw. Well, just put your all into it, dude. Is there Coelophysis on the island? Just asking because I'm currently holding the Safari Celo. Yes, there are Coelophysis on the island. Trying to think if I'm ever going to show one, but they are on the island. I can confirm that. But a lot of these dinosaurs are there just for lore, things you can find on the website, things for that reason, or options for me to use in the future if I want to. Because I've left a lot of gaps open for Season 2 and 3 for me to fill in things if I need it to. But Season 2 and 3, the animals you see are a lot more constricted to their native environments than they are in Season 1. Season 1, you see a big... It's like more of an homage to the classic Dinosaur Island type series where you just see every kind of animal that you can think of just thrown into the same environment. Kind of an homage to that. But it's got a little bit more of a reasoning and basis behind it. How many years will you work on the franchise? I currently have a 7-year plan. I've announced the 6 years. I have officially announced the 6 years I plan, but the 7th year on YouTube here, like the series and whatnot, it's I have a 7th year, but it's not. I'm not going to reveal it yet, and I don't actually know if I'm going to fully go through with it. But I definitely have a plan for if I want to do something after the 6 years. I have room, but there's a specific formula I'd go with compared to it, which I have announced. If you guys don't know yet, 2018, and all of these things will release around November of each year from 6 years from now. 2018 is Mesozoic Isle Season 1. 2019 is Mesozoic Isle Season 2. 2020 is Mesozoic Isle Season 3. 2021 is Mesozoic Seas, which is a film, which is about the seas of Mesozoic Isle. Then 2022 is Cenozoic Isle, and then 2023 is Paleozoic Isle. So, there you go. Myelin it's the same species, but it's separated into 2 groups, so they have feathers and a scale group. Gotcha. Ooh, cool. You could use a Compi, the Papocompi, as a Coelophysis. That's one thing that went through my mind, and I don't know if I'm going to use Coelophysis, so go for it, dude. So I'm more than willing to give you that idea. Coelophysis green. There you go. None of my characters will be in the Hall of Fame. They all suck. Whatever. You know that's not true. My favorite dino makes it. What do you mean? Oh, Cryolophosaurus is your favorite dinosaur? Yes, they are on the island, and hopefully you'll get to see them in Season 2. Maybe you'll see a character, but if you do want to see a character, I would steer you towards Yukon Island Season 2. It does have 2 Cryolophosaurus characters, although they are antagonists, so don't really expect to root for them. Are there any Terra by Batat? In my series? Yeah, I'm in Season 1. You'll see 2. I'm trying to think if there's a third one. Yeah, season 1, you'll see 2 different Terra by Batat figures. You guys already know what both of them are, or they have been revealed. Who do you want in the Dynatube Hall of Fame this month? That's a good question. I don't know. That's a tougher one. We've already done Billy, and we've gotten Red Tooth in there. I mean Bloodtooth, not Red Tooth. Trying to think, because this is where it's a little bit harder. There's a lot of options. I personally will probably vote for something out of Yacht Kana Island. Maybe Peter or Stephanie. I think one of those characters, maybe. Yeah, I'm probably going to vote for either Stephanie or Peter. Probably leaning towards Stephanie, but Peter would be cool because he's the first herbivore that would be on there. So that's what I would do. I love antagonists. There you go. There you go. My favorite character from Mesozoic Season 1 is an antagonist. So, got a bail already. I'll catch you guys later. All right, see you, Izzy. Okay, I do. Hold on, researching. Yep, it's pretty hard to miss. I want the Malachite from Prehistoric Island. There you go. That's a good one. That is an excellent one. Yes, that is true. Stupid sketchbook guy. There are only. I try to put motivations behind all my animals. I don't like to call any of them villains because none of at least all the ones in season 1 don't really classify as villains. I don't think I have a single antagonist that I would classify as a villain currently. Not in the show. No, I don't have a single one. Not even Lord. No, not a single one I would consider a villain. But I do think that there is evil in the animal kingdom. What we would describe as evil. Definitely there are sinister crap that animals do just as messed up stuff as humans do. Humans are pretty bad and they will do evil crap, but so will animals. There are animals that will kill for sport. There are animals that will do really messed up crap for the hell of it. And we have that crap on camera and all kinds of stuff. So animals are just as guilty as people in a lot of ways. There you go. What is it? Sea lions will also do that to penguins. Stupid shit. So there you go. We are animals, yeah. But I'm generalizing it because people usually think of us as a separate entity. That's why I said any other animals. I think I said that. Whatever. That fig is great, Billy. What? Oh, I have the Papo Cryo, and he is my favorite of my 9 Papo figures. Yeah, the Papo looks amazing. I really need that Cryosaurus. What, did I miss anything? I think Kristen or Stephanie is the Yacht Kana Island character most deserving of the Hall of Fame. There you go. I think Stephanie personally is. I like her character. She's really awesome. She's a protagonist. She's also I like the ending to her storyline. I like the motivation you have to her. I don't know. Kristen, in my opinion, I liked her. She was cool, and I love Yacht Kana Island Season 2, but I think Kristen is one of the weakest characters in Yacht Kana Island, in my opinion, because she doesn't have much of motivation. She is kind of just straight up a villain. She just is killing crap. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong if you, like, hinted at something slightly in your series that I really overlooked or something, but I know you've said a couple things that were kind of hinting at a slight motivation, but other than that, she's basically a pure villain. And I definitely think she's the weakest character, and I don't really think she's that deserving of Hall of Fame status over a lot of other ones. Yeah, she is kind of weak. There you go. She doesn't have a lot of depth to her character, but she served a great villain. But if I were to criticize it, that'd probably be one of my biggest criticisms with Yonkan Island season 1. If I'm being honest, is just Kristen. Okay, what did I miss? We just excuse animals for messed up SHIT because they don't have any better, or they don't know any better than humans do, better than what we choose to know better. That's not true. A lot of animals do have a lot of comprehensive thoughts, and I think it's an overgeneralization to call animals stupid and that they don't think like us. We are biased. The way we classify intelligence is very biased. You could classify intelligence in a whole wide range of different perspectives. You could call us dumber than a bird because a bird could live on its own. A baby crocodile could live on its own from day one, right? That little crocodile it's born and ready to go right off the bat, and you could call that more intelligent than a human baby because a human baby is born and it has to have its parents take care of it. Can't walk, can't move, can't eat, can't do anything for itself besides just lay there and scream. Now, I'm not saying that crocodiles are better than babies or vice versa. I think it's biased, our definition of intelligence. I think it's biased saying that humans are any way better or above any other species. We are simply a dominant species on the planet that has been uncontested by most of nature. So that's just my opinion on that. I think it's overgeneralized. Not mad at you or anything. Just the whole concept of that is very overgeneralized. Well, I do agree with a lot of Ian Malcolm's points, so I guess that would make sense. Our villains do realize that they are antagonists. 3 of them are just doing their natural behaviors and just happen to be bad, and 1 has a reason for what she does. There you go. So you already have better antagonists for season 2, which I'm glad. Good for you that you're working on that, because that was definitely the weakest part, probably the weakest part of Yakana season 2. And it's also a lot more fun. It makes more sense, and that's another thing is that Kate, the Carcharodon source in my series, Mesozoic, she kills a lot, and she does a lot of bad crap, but I don't see her as evil. Not one bit. Not in our true human definition. I definitely think that you could technically classify some of her actions as being evil, but like I said, I like to look at it more as there's a motivation for everything. So, yeah, I'd say that she's got a reason, and from her point of view, I can't really argue with her too much. Obviously, I don't think what she's doing is right, but that's why she's an antagonist. And that's why you should be rooting against her. But from her point of view, it makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody has used a Herrerasaurus figure, so I use one named. There you go. Nice. Good. Using a Herrerasaurus. Awesome. Yeah, I considered using one because it hasn't been used, but I'd have to use a tiny figure. And I don't know. But yeah, I don't have a mini figure of one, I don't think. But maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll use them. Honestly, just remember Kristen a lot more because she kills more than any other character. Yeah. But yet again, I don't think just killing more is a true reason to be put in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I guess she is famous, but I feel like they should be more deserving. It's kind of more of like an award to get Hall of Fame because you're in a status. Bloodtooth is a great character, is very memorable. She could be a lot better. I think season 1 and 2, Bloodtooth was pretty poorly done. So she's got a lot of fallout areas and stuff like that. But overall, she has a lot of going for her. Billy the Dimension Hopper, he's an amazing character, very well written, very well loved, deserves that spot. A lot of people love him, and I think that's the number one rule, is that you have to love the character and really feel passionate about it. So if Kristen was really loved by everybody and everybody really loved that character, I could understand it. But for the most part, I don't agree with putting Kristen on there, at least not yet. Maybe if you start running out ideas or something, but I don't think. I think Yakan Island has a huge pool of great characters that are miles above Kristen, in my opinion. We're just animals. We are not that different. Exactly. I've only watched 1.5 episodes of Yakan Island. You got to watch the rest of it, dude. We just happen to do a few things and very minor differences that are different. We are arrogant in our own elevation of ourselves and our separation of ourselves from the animal kingdom. There you go. Thoughts of superiority is not superiority of thought. There you go. Very well said, Ka. Very well said. What are the cryos' names in Yakan Island? Ask him. Oh, he said Gannett and Leroy. There we go. Okay, that's Silly Goose. What figure is Kate? She is the Safari LTD 2016 Carcharodontosaurus. Dino Man, what are the names of your... Oh, they are the same question. Safari Carcharodontosaurus. Oh, you answered them. Schleich, yep, the Schleich one. That one's too big for me to use. That's why I haven't used it. But maybe if it was Yakan Island, it would be a supersized Herosaurus that can contest a T-Rex for being an apex predator. Because everything in Yakan Island is crazy. I just watched all 10 episodes of Yakan Island. No, I'm just waiting for now I'm just waiting for season 2. Yeah, season 2 I can't wait for. Well, I just have one more scene for episode 1 to film. Awesome. Awesome. So excited. Everything is great. Mm-hmm. Very many much great. Yeah. So the questions are for Mesozoic are a little bit slower today, so I don't know who asked that question. Was it Stupid Sketch Show Guy, or was it Billy Goat that said they might leave? I'm probably gonna end the stream at 1 hour because the questions are a little slow today. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. I gotcha. Carcharodontosaurus, yes. And it sucks because now everybody's just going to sit there and say, or they already have been saying, that Carcharodontosauruses are just portrayed poorly. And it sucks because when I originally wrote Kate, she was like the first ever antagonist Carcharodontosaurus. But now that it's been 3 years, she's not original anymore. So, but she's my character. I've written her that way. So I'm just going to keep her that way. It's the way I've written her. It's my story. I'm just going to go through with it. So we just see Hidden Valley. Oh, do we just see Hidden Valley? Oh, okay. I would say yes, but no at the same time. I think that's the correct way to say it, because you do see other parts of the island, but you're not really there, and you never do anything there. That's a lie. If you include the prologue episode, that's a lie. If you include the prologue episode into the whole 15 episodes and you make it 16, which technically the prologue episode is going into the playlist for season 1, then I'd say that there are a couple areas you do get to see some stuff happen outside of Hidden Valley, but the whole story just takes place in Hidden Valley. That's it. Guess the accurately reconstructed dinosaur ever. Okay. Boy, why he lying? Boy, he lying. There you go. Exactly. I'm a liar. Walk in the woods. I said might leave. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so we have about 15 more minutes. Of course, Dino Man, because, well, I do have future plans for other Carcharodontosaurus inside Mesozoic Isle, so keep your hopes up, Ka. And not all the Carcharos in Mesozoic Isle are antagonists. Okay, that was weird. My whole chat section here went black for like 5 seconds. That was weird. The answer is Psittacosaurus because it is the only dinosaur with preserved skin and color. No, that's not true, dude. We have many different dinosaurs with preserved skin. We actually have the preserved skin and color on Borrelopelta, which we know it's a reddish-orange color. We have Sinornithosaurus colors. We have Microraptors colors. We have I forget the species. Microraptor and Cornus Borrelopelta. We have I forget the exact individuals, but it's an ichthyosaur and a mosasaur that we have the skin preservation and color recorded of. So there's a ton. There are tons of different animals that have. It was reddish orange. I'll just get so triggered. LOL. I wish Papo Cryos stood normally. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. But it makes it very unique with the cool stance. I kind of like this the way it is, but it'd be cool to have an alternate version. Kate's fan. Like, whatever their names are. What do you... Oh, Kate's family? Killer, Kia, which you said Kaya in your one video, but it's actually Kia. But I understand where you got Kaya from. Killer, Kia, Kyle, Kibo, and Kate. That's their whole family. And Ka's name is Kyle in real life, right? I'm not stupid. I remember everything. I remember that. And I did not know why Kyle sounded like a good name for a Carcharodontosaurus, and I picked that. But it did. And then I was like, holy S-H-I-T. Yeah, I think that's his name. I'm like, that's perfect. So yeah. I can't confirm that Kyle will be an actual character you'll see in the show, but he is in the lore, so there you go. Yeah. Which, Dino Man, you get to learn a little bit more about Kate and her family in our next teaser. So yeah, there is a character named Kyle inside the file teasers, but not in the show. Oh no, I mean, it looks like Kaya. There's many ways to spell Kaya, but I was spelling it like Kia, which I guess you could say it either way, but like Kia, like kind of like the car company or something like that. But I understand Kaya. Sinornithosaurus was like a reddish orange color with some browns, I think. Yeah, you asked that question like 3 times, and I answered it twice now. Finally, we ascend. No, Kia is a bird. Kia is a bird? Gotcha. That's a weird way of spelling it. I've never seen it spelled that way. Why does nobody name their Carcharodontosaurus something like shark-related? After all, Carcharodontosaurus means shark/jagged tooth lizard. True. I do have plans for names similar like that, for possible characters. I have a lot of characters, like a whole pool of characters that I could and could not use. So maybe one day I'll just go through make a video about all the characters that could have been in Mesozoic Isle. But there was one character I'm sure that I will end up putting inside the series, but they do not have a shark name. I actually really like their name, but I'm not gonna say it so somebody steals it, but because I've had a couple of my ideas stolen, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna name point, but I think Jurassic Collectibles is overrated. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I do too. I will say that publicly. Jaws would be a great name. Mako and Tiger in Prehistoric. Yep, there you go. Mako is a good name. Yeah. Finn, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. So the figure I use for the center of the source has correct colors? I guess so. Censored the name so no one knows. I don't know. Message me in Discord what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Dino Man. And you spelled censored wrong. It's a C, but you almost got it. Oh, no, I actually wasn't even thinking about that. No, that wasn't a stolen idea. No. I'll say that. Sue, Dino Man, named one of his female Tyrannosaurus characters in Yukon Island, Sue. Fantastic name. Yeah, sure, I'd love to go on Hangouts. But I had an idea for season 2. I had a female character named Sue, T-Rex, and I thought it was really cool and original at the time. And then all of a sudden, Dinosaur Island comes out with Jane, and I'm like, oh crap, that's scratching the surface. And then I found out that Dino Man named that, and I'm like, dang, it's not going to be original anymore, but I'm still going to do it. Great name for a Tyrannosaurus. I'm surprised nobody else has done it so far. But also, I know one other I'm not going to say who it was, because I don't think they want me to tell them, but I know one other person that had a character name idea for Sue, and then I told them that both Dino Man and I had the idea, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to change that then. Because I wasn't trying to get them to change it, but I was just thinking it was funny because 3 different people I knew, so myself included, all wanted to do Sue for a female Tyrannosaurus. I'm actually talking about some ideas for a show name and a couple other things I had stolen, but are more like inspired. But it's all crap. I'm not gonna get really into. Can I be on Hangouts? Yes, you can. Why don't we just do it on Discord? It'll be easier to do it on Discord. I made a character, Raptor. The idea for him is that a social park animal like Dakota Raptor lost his pack and had to live on his own. That's Pierre? Is that how you say his name? The Dakota Raptor. That's cool. I like that. When I make my series, my cryo's name will be Tiger. Cool. Pierre is a Dakota Raptor. Because Utah Raptor is a way overused species, so I decided to go with a different raptor. Cool. Good for you. I am going to keep going into the Utah Raptor territory because Utah Raptor is my second favorite dinosaur, and I'm not going to ignore that. You will see Dakota Raptors inside Season 2 of Mesozoic Isle. You will see them. I confirm that. You will also see Utah Raptors because they're one of the biggest stories inside Season 2. You actually see Utah Raptors in Season 1 as well. You've already seen them on the main big poster. But yeah, there will be a couple Utah Raptors in Season 1. I have to go for a little, in 10 minutes, though. Okay. Sounds good. Good job being a special sketch. I want to use Deinonychus as my main raptor species you see in Season 1 of my series. Cool. My show I filmed a year ago was named Mesozoic Island, but I scratched that when I heard the name Mesozoic Isle. Why? It's fine if they're similar. It's just a similar name. There is a Utah Raptor and Yukon Island. I know, shocking. Philip. Oh yeah. Oh, my thing went black for a second again there. Pierre is a capital of the South Dakota, or Dakota. Gotcha. Just got here. What is happening? My announcement was that all the like location searching and trips for just filming B-roll and stuff is all over. It's gone. Now from now on, starting this week, well, today's Sunday, so I guess next week, or depending on how you're this week, we are starting filming on the actual main content of Mesozoic Isle. which is really exciting. We're going to film through July, and then we have some spot in August dedicated for reshoots if we need them, and then we're expecting a trailer towards the end of August. I like to have a reason behind the name of all my characters, so it takes me a while for me to name a character. There you go. One of my main motivations behind naming characters is giving them a name that's at least memorable, that fits the character, but also is very recognizable and easy to remember. So I use something like alliteration for like a T-Rex, and I'll name him like Ted the T-Rex because the alliteration kind of helps you remember it. Or maybe it's based off their color, based off of a physical feature or a characteristic. Doing something like that makes it a lot more memorable. It's a lot more powerful name that people will remember a lot. One of my problems and why I kind of have trouble remembering some of Yakana Island, even though it's like one of my favorite Dinosaur Island series, and I really love. I may be the biggest Yakana Island fan out there, but I've been so busy with my own series, I haven't been able to remember everything and keep track of everything in my head. But some of the trouble I have remembering names in Yakana Island is because they're all human names, and most of them don't have really any correlation with the characters, at least that I have recognized. So I can't make the connection, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. But there's really cool names like Kenai and stuff like that. Really awesome names. But like Sue is one that's obvious. That's a good one. But I like the characteristic of it though, because he tries to personalize the dinosaurs, which is a really cool idea. But that's a weak point, is that possibly the names he chooses are really hard to correlate, and I kind of have a lot of trouble remembering all the names. Yeah, that is your style. I still think maybe for season 3 you should try to do it a little bit better. Still keep in style, but maybe try to come up with names that fit the characters better. I don't know. Especially for your main characters, you want to have that. But for like Peter and Xenomorph, those were great names. They felt like they fit the style, but they also were memorable and easy to remember. Like Trevor, I remember that because it was said a lot and I liked the character. But other than that, he doesn't really have anything connected with his character that made it easy. Are all alliterations. There you go. Yeah, those ones are good. I forgot about Diana. That was the Diabloceratops that had like the brain problem. That was a really cool characteristic there. I like to have a reason behind all of my characters. Yeah, you already read that. Do we know the actual colors of Styracosaurus? No. Oh, no, we don't know the actual colors of Styracosaurus. We can guess, but Styracosaurus? Nope, I don't think we have any ceratopsian besides Psittacosaurus, which isn't a true ceratopsian, but it was purple. No, it's pink. Don't you lie to him. I feel like my characters at least have memorable names like Gustavo, Caprasuchus, Doragon, the Dracoraptor, and Juan. Like Juan, I remember. Pere is very unique. I remember that. The other two, I mean, Doragon is pretty good because it has some alliteration, but Gustavo, I mean, it's pretty interesting, and it's like one of the few characters you actually told me, but I think some people might end up having trouble remembering that one. Sorry, purple and pink are so similar. It was the color of him. There you go. There you go. I just have too many characters to remember. I think you can remember a lot of characters. All you really need is to remember the main ones, and then for bigger fans, they can remember more of them. But yeah, I think Dinosaur Island actually has a really good track record with names, because he did give them kind of goofy names a lot of times, like Onyx and stuff like that, but they were easy to remember. That's why there are so many classics that people can remember very easily. So that is a strength of it. I know Gibson criticizes himself a lot with those names, but at least it gives his fans a lot to hold on to. So that's a good strength. What color was Parasaurolophus? Don't know, dude. Like I said, I already kind of listed off all the species we know the colors of. I can't remember any characters. You don't even remember Bloodtooth? Oh, I have too many characters. I need to purge. All the famous people are here. Sure, yeah. By Leo Sorar. I agree with you on DI, but I think there are a few unmemorable names mixed in there, like William, Mars, and Michael. I really liked Mars and William's names, and Michael was good. Alliteration was really good there. So I do have to contradict you there. But William and Mars, I can see where you're coming from. But I wouldn't say there's a lot of unmemorable names. But I think those ones definitely could have been a little better. But I do really love the name Mars. I thought that was a really great name. And William, too. William, there is an actual connection there. Gibson pointed out to me. I don't know if he wants me to point it out, but yeah, it's there. It's kind of nice. It's like a little bit hidden, but you do have to kind of dig for it. But Mars, actually, I love that name so much. There's actually a Psittacosaurus that has a soft canon name Mars, which means that it's not named that in the series, but when you see it, that's the character named Mars. But like on the website of Mesozoic, you can find her name on there. There you go. Yeah, you have the cow named Mars. But the alive version. Mars is a great name. William. Bill B. by Shyamala. There is, it's a very stretched correlation, but it's there. I also feel like Caritha should have been a girl, or Caritha. Read that wrong. If he was supposed to be a boy, he should have been named Corey. I could see that. That's a preference, but I mean, I don't think he's going to use any other Carithosaurus characters. And so I think if he liked Caritha better, and I personally do, I think it's more unique. I think he should have gone with that one personally. I think that he should stick with the character name that he likes more. This is how Trevor got his name. Dinochirus, Terrible Claw, Trevor. Okay, there you go. Why didn't I think of Corey? I mean, I named my new Cenozoic characters on names related to the country they lived in. There you go. That's a nice one to do, though. And also, Max and Sheila are pretty easy names to remember anyways. I think I am the only one who understands that because of my name. Oh, there you go. Caritha. I also feel like... nope, I already read through all that. Just making sure. Max and Sheila up in here. Yeah! Billy Goat, the Dimension Hopper. Sure. Seems like a cheap knockoff, but sure. Google Translate strong from English... strong from English into Greek's Emirates. There you go. I kind of separated a little while. Cool. Hell yeah, Tamanian boys. Okay then. Bye, Dynaman. Yeah. So, if you guys have any more questions, let's shoot them up now. Get them out, and then we're gonna end the stream. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, was Tasmanian. But you done messed up. You're all like, oh yeah, alliteration and logic and stuff. Meanwhile, all the darn season 5 characters have the most random names. Well, you can always change them if you're unhappy with it. Like, I already told you that I changed my Ceratosaurus a bunch and a lot of characters just for the betterment of the show. And every time you think you're too attached to one, you find one that, like, there is one out there that might be better, and then you're like, that's good, and then you do it. So that's kind of how it worked out for me. Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. But, yeah, like one character that I renamed, Rex, my main T-Rex, or one of my main T-Rexes. I had technically Red Tooth and Rex, or anyways, but he's the Papo Green Tyrannosaurus. His original name was King. I like that name better at the time. But I had used the word in the dialogue, the word King, too many times, and it was very confusing. So if I ever said like Blue is the king of this territory, it would be very confusing. So I ended up changing it, and I gave him the generic name of Rex. But it fits his lore because he is one of the first T-Rexes ever on the island, so it'd be kind of fitting that someone would give him the name Rex. So that's why his name is Rex. It's generic on purpose. Why didn't I get a genital pouch? Nature. I hate that you said that, but okay. Same applies to possums. That's information I really don't need any more of. I've got 2 female paras named Luna and Dawn. Ooh, that's cute. Aha. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, guys, any more last minute questions here so I can answer them and then end the stream. I have a Aliramus named Raymond and a Eotyrannus named Donnie. Can you send me those chips through the screen? There you go. Just the generic Lay's chips. My mom stole the salt vinegar chips. Those are the ones I like better. There you go. I need tips on my series. I'd be more than happy to share them with you. Unfortunately, I'm almost out of time right now. But I do have plans for a series. I'm not going to tell you anything more about the series, but I do have plans for a series that will be helping you guys with making your own series. Yeah, the barbecue ones are better too. Drake the Dracorex, because it makes sense. I am planning on Donnie. Okay, so basically everybody wants to tell me about their series. Doesn't have any questions for Mesozoic Kyle. Yeah, that was a very big spoiler. But yeah, so a major character. Oh, Draco. Draco is, I'd say he's a secondary character. I have my own classifications of characters, but I'd say he's a secondary character. He's not really a primary one, but he's in it quite a bit. You'll get to see him quite a bit. So if you're worried about not getting to see him too much, don't worry about that. You'll get to see him quite a bit. What is the coolest and least cool names in Mesozoic Isle, in your opinion? The coolest and least cool names. That's a really good question, actually. How many other repainted characters are there in your series? Oh yeah, I'll tell you that here in a second. Coolest and least cool. I'll say I'll limit myself to season 1 because I have a lot of cool ones in season 2 and 3 and stuff. But season 1, in my opinion, I like Speartooth's name. She's a Dimetrodon. I really like her name. That one's pretty cool. I like Redtooth, but then again, it is kind of a play off of Bloodtooth, so I mean, it's not the most original choice. Blaze is cool, but used before. Kate, season 1, the rest is. Trying to think here. It's hard. It's actually a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to go with Speartooth for now. I think Speartooth's name is really cool. I also like Blueberry's name. So those are probably my two top picks. Blueberry or Speartooth, but I'm kind of leaning towards Speartooth. Least cool, probably Rex. It's probably really generic. Yeah, Rex. Oh, another cool name is King Tut. That's technically, well, yeah, King Tut's a pretty cool name. Cool Beans. Come to think of it, I don't know what my favorite. Yeah, yeah, it's actually a lot harder than you think, huh? How many other repainted characters are in your series? Okay, so we have 4 repainted Triceratops, not including Blueberry from Spina Dude Reviews. Those are all characters that you see, but they're not really named. So There you go. They have names, soft canon names, but they don't have like in-your-face names that are said in the series. So there's Draco, Blueberry, the 3 male Triceratops, the 1 female. Yes, that'd be 4, 5, 6. There's a couple of the repainted figures, but they're not used in season 1. However, there is one other repainted figure, but it's technically an entirely custom figure by Kayakasaurus, but that is a secret. So there you go. Tomorrow, Billy Goat. Oh yeah, there's a stream tomorrow. Woohoo! My series has a Carno named Savannah, which is the Carno that was in episode 1. Oh, cool. My least cool character name is Gustavo or Mo. There you go. Yeah, Juan is cool. Cool Beans. Okay, you already read that. If you Google search Bloodtooth will appear if you scroll down enough. Interesting. I didn't know that. Kristen, the Dino Queen, also uses repainted figures for her Dinosaur Island series. There is also a T-Rex named Sue in her series. Oh, there is a Sue in her series? Didn't know that. Monoxosaurus, how do you make all the dinosaurs live at once since they lived in different time periods? That's a good question. Let him answer that for you. But, okay, I'm going to give 30 more seconds, see if there's any more questions that are going to roll in. And if there isn't, then I'm going to end this stream while hopefully Gibson is answering Billy Goat. If it's short enough, you might have to wait for his stream tomorrow. Maybe he can give you a more lengthy answer tomorrow. Are Spike from DIR the same Styracosaurus from DI? You mean Strack? Strack is the same. No, I just forgot. Spike? Oh, is there an actual Spike character that I'm forgetting about? Huh. Kyle, yeah, I'm gonna be having a little Discord chat with some of the guys there. You're welcome to join if you want to. We're doing on Discord. Taco from Yukon Island. I have a mate either named Dell or Bell. Spike died in like episode 4 of season 1. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now. But there was one named like that in DI too? I didn't know about that. Okay, Packy Cephalosaurus is named Patty. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, so it looks like we're wrapping this up here. So I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Those of you did, thank you to 6 people that liked the stream. That is awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is a little bit slower. But yeah, filming is right around the corner. Hopefully you'll get some better teasers pretty soon. Look out for the teasers that are coming out tonight. And also that trailer coming in August. So there you go. Alrighty, guys. So thank you guys for joining. I'll catch you guys in the next one.